In this round of heavy rain has a lot of people thinking back to what happened 2 summers ago when a similar storm caused devastation across much of the state. We've told you the story of a Southbury chicken farm owner who lost so much of her farm in that storm and had to rebuild it all. Well, today, Fox 61's Alicia Hercules revisited that farm and found out why this rain is bringing nothing but stress and trauma back to the owner.
Kathy Dibner rebuilt her barn in March of last year after a devastating flood destroyed it in 2024. Since then, storms like this have left her worried that her chickens and other barn animals could be in danger of drowning if another major storm hits.
It's very traumatic.
Dibner says rain like what the state has been seeing over the past few days is triggering for her and her family.
Actually, my daughter and I suffer from PTSD. So when we had the big storm a couple days ago, it was hard for both of us.
The devastating flood that swept through the Naugatuck Valley in 2024 damaged several homes and businesses. During the flood, more than 100 chickens at Dibner Farms drowned when her barn collapsed.
You know, I lost every animal that I had originally.
With support from the community, she was able to rebuild her barn and get some new chickens. She also added goats to her growing barn family. But even 2 years later, she says flooding on the property has remained a huge issue.
There's so much water back here right now, and my barn floods. And we have water coming from every direction.
She says every rainstorm causes her barn to flood, leaving her to take on difficult cleaning efforts on her own.
And I have to clean out each pen individually and shovel all of wet sand and shavings, which is very heavy.
Dibner says she's been holding out hope for help from the state, but hasn't had much luck.
They have not taken responsibility for the culvert collapsing, which should have been redone many, many years ago. It just couldn't handle all the water flow.
Between the constant flooding, her full-time job, and her husband's recent cancer diagnosis, Dibner says maintaining the property has become more difficult. As the rain continues to fall, she says she's bracing for the worst.
We don't know what's going to happen. You know, 1 o'clock in the morning comes around, tomorrow morning, what's going to happen? Is it the same thing? Is it going to be a replay?
As more rain is expected to hit the state over the next few days, Dibner says she remains focused on protecting her animals. She says she's preparing to move them to higher ground to keep them safe and dry. In Southbury, Alicia Hercules, Fox 61.